Good morning, kids. I'm Mohana Rani, your computer teacher. Hope you all are well and fine, safe at home. Be safe, wear your mask while coming out. Okay, today we are going to learn our new lesson. Okay, this is our third lesson in MS Excel. Today we are going to learn sorting and creating charts. Okay, sorting and creating charts. What is sorting? Sorting is arranging in a manner that alphabetically in ascending or descending order. Okay, arranging it in ascending or descending order, alphabetically or numerically. Okay, then creating charts. Okay, how to create charts and what are all the types of charts are there, these are all we are going to learn. Okay, so we'll continue. First we'll have a small introduction. We are going to learn how to sort numbers and alphabetical data. Okay, we will also learn how to create charts. This is what the introduction. This is a book content. Then sorting in MS Excel. Sorting refers to the action of arranging a list of items in a specific order. The most common type of sorting is alphabetical, which can be done in ascending or descending. Like, have you ever seen the attendance register, okay, of a class? Okay, if you have seen, the names, the student names are arranged in a manner alphabetically. Okay, alphabetical a named students only will come. Supposing Akshay or Akshaya or Alina or Amrita, these are all will come in the front, and whatever the other B C D E F and all will go next. Okay, so this is how arranging the names or arranging the items in an alphabetical order. Okay, so arranging means either descending or descending from A to Z, or Z to A also can be arranged. Okay, this is how to do this in a minute, because a teacher would take to do all these register work at least minimum 1 hour she will take. Arrange them. Okay, to arrange all the kids she has to write all the names of the students, then she has to find out who's starting who's which name is starting with A B C D and all, then arranging them in order. Okay, at least minimum half an hour will take. Okay, so this is how our teacher does. Now we are going to learn how to do it with a computer. Okay, just in one click, just select all the name in one click. This will happen. This automatically the names would be arranged. Okay, just in a minute it will happen. Okay, this is what we are going to learn in this lesson. Okay, to sort alphabetical data in A to Z or Z to A. Okay, what is the steps are involved? The first step is select a cell in the column which has to be sorted. Suppose all the names are in C column. Okay, then I have to select the C column or select the items. Okay, I'm selecting all the datas. Okay, selecting is the first option. Then click on sort and filter command from editing group of the home tab. Okay, if you select, you can see here there are so many tabs are there. Okay, so many tabs are there, isn't it? Yes, you can see here home tab. There is a home tab. 1 minute. Yes, there is a home tab. Okay, in this home tab you can see there is a option called sort. Okay, see here there is an option called sort. If you click this sort button, so automatically it will ask you sort A to Z or sort Z to A. This will ask you. This is the button. Under this button these options are there available. Okay, we are selecting sort A to Z. Okay, we are selecting sort A to Z. Now select the option. Third one is we have selected the sort and we selected A to Z. What is the third one is A to Z to arrange the data in alphabetical order. To select the option sort Z to A to arrange the data in a reverse alphabetical order. Okay, so whichever option is required, we have to select it. If you reverse alphabetical means from Z to A it would be sorted. Okay, then to sort numerical data, let's have, I don't have any names, I have only the numbers. Okay, and I have to arrange this in alphabetical in the numerical order. Okay, then place the cursor in a cell in a column which has to be sorted. Click on sort and filter command from the editing group of home tab. Select the option sort smallest to larger for ascending, sort largest to smaller for descending order. Okay, you would have also seen our class teacher preparing, okay, mark sheets, okay, preparing report card. She'll for rank, that is first rank or second rank, third rank. How she used to put all this, she will have all the numbers, okay, all the total numbers, all kids total marks would be there with her, and she will arrange it in a manner, okay, in a descending order. The highest total will be in first, then the next, then the next, then the next, then the least mark would be in the last. Okay, now she will put 1 2 3 for them, and she will tell the student the highest total marks scored by a kid, he will be getting the first rank, isn't it? The same way computer also does all these work. Okay, any numerical data, just in a moment it will give you the answer. It will tell you who has got more, who has got the least. Then how to 1 minute. Click on Microsoft Office button. This is for saving. Okay, now you have sorted all data, you arranged in the manner like ascending or descending, or small to large or large to small. You have arranged the data. Now if you want to save a worksheet, how you will save? First we'll have to select Microsoft Office button. This is the Microsoft Office button. Okay, 1 minute. This is the Microsoft Office button. Okay, here you will select the button. As soon as you click the button, the page would be looking like this. Okay, your page would be looking like this. Here you have to select save. Okay, as soon as you click on save, the next page would be like this, the next page would be like this. Okay, here in the save in field, click on the down arrow to select the directory in which the worksheet has to be saved. Okay, means where is the down arrow? Here the down arrow is here, you can see. Here you can see. Okay, this is the down arrow. Okay, if you select this down arrow, okay, if you select this down arrow, you can you can see the list of folders available. Okay, whichever folder you wish to save your data, you can select that. Okay, you can select that. Select the required data. Okay, select the required data, then give the name. Fourth one is giving name. Type the name in which the worksheet has to be saved in the file name field. Okay, this is the name field. So here you can give, okay, file name. Here you can give the, type the name, then finally you click the save. Okay, finally click save. This is the button, save button. You click on save button, then the document would be saved. Okay, Then to close the worksheet in MS Excel. Okay, now we are going to learn how to close the MS Excel. Okay, to close the MS Excel, just click on the MS Office button, then click on close. Okay, just click on the MS Office button, then click on close. The current worksheet gets closed if there are any unsaved changes. A dialog box appeared so as to save the changes. Okay, as soon as you click on close, the small button, the small window would appear. In this window you can see there are three buttons: yes, no, cancel. Okay, if you give yes, okay, if you give yes, whatever the changes you made, everything would be saved and the document would be closed. Okay, so this is how this work. Then the in keyboard, if you want to close, the keyboard shortcut for closing the worksheet is Control W. As soon as you give this command Control W, then the worksheet would be closed. Okay, then creating charts. Okay, how to create a chart. um, See, there is one situation has given here in your textbook. One of the most important feature of MS Excel 2007 is the creation charts. In MS Excel 2007, we can create a variety of chart types. Okay, like column, line, pie, bar, area, scatter, and many other charts. Under the column and bar chart types, sorry, under the chart type there are many subdivisions. Column and bar chart types have the subdivision of 2D, 3D, cylinder, okay, and pyramid, whereas lines, pie and area chart types have these subdivisions: 2D effects and 3D effects only. For example, what are these chart means? As the book content says, pie, bar, area, scatter, these are all the chart types available. These are all the chart types available. Okay, and again subdivision of these charts are 2D, 3D, cylinder. Okay, these are all the subdivisions. Okay, now we will see how to create a chart. In a simple chart we will create. Okay, now we have some name of the students and the total marks. Okay, Abdul scored 343, Bindu 399, Joshua 425, Dominic 452, Arvind 480, and Rubesh 495. Okay, so these are all the marks, total marks scored by the students. Now we will see how to create a chart using this data. Okay, first step 1 is create a worksheet with the data given. Okay, create a worksheet with the data given. Then means worksheet means you are typing the data. Okay, then select the cell A1 to B7, means you are selecting the entire row and column. Then the third one is click on insert tab from the ribbon. In the above ribbons you can see there is a tab called insert. You have to select that. Click the column button from the chart group. Okay, then you have to select in the insert ribbon. You can find the click the column button from the chart group. Okay, you have to select it. 1 minute. Yes, as soon as you click, okay, as soon as you click on the clustered column subtype. Okay, the first option would be like this: a clustered column chart would be created. This chart type shows the comparison using vertical rectangle. Similarly, other chart types can also be created. Okay, so you can choose whichever is possible, whichever you like. Then changing the size of the charts. Okay, now we are going to change the size of the charts. Okay, someone may like smaller charts and someone may like the bigger charts. Smaller charts would be always used in books. Okay, in the textbooks and all you can see smaller charts. And if you want to give a report to somewhere, then we always prefer the bigger charts. Okay, the size of the charts can be increased or decreased by clicking on the chart. This kind of a handle would be there in the corners, especially in the corners. Okay, there are 4 corners for every chart. All corners, if you keep your mouse pointer there, you will find this kind of a thing. Okay, handle will appear. By clicking on the chart and dragging the handles into the appropriate direction, the size of the charts can be modified, increased or decreased. When we click on a chart, handle appears on the top, bottom, left, right and corners of the charts. Okay, to increase or reduce the height of the chart, drag the handles at the top or bottom of the chart. Either you pull up or pull down, that's it. Okay, then adjust the width of the chart, drag the handles on the left or right. Okay, if you want to make the chart lengthwise bigger, then drag it towards left or pull it towards left. Okay, then to increase or reduce the size of the chart appropriately, drag the handles on the corner of the chart, that is both the way. In the left, length and breadth both has to be increased. Okay, then you have to pull the corners or push the corners. Okay, so these are all the methods to change the size of the chart. Then changing the position of the chart. How to change the position? The chart can be moved to a different location by clicking on an unused area on the chart and dragging it into new position. Just drag and drop. Okay, just drag and drop. Then okay, the last one, we have come to the end of the session. Exiting the MS Excel 2007. We have done sorting, arranging, then we did charts. After creating charts, we have seen resizing the charts, that is increasing the length, breadth and all together. So we saw all everything. Now finally we are going to see how to exit from MS Excel. Okay, to close MS Excel application, click on the MS Office button and select the option Exit Excel. Okay, select the option Exit Excel. There will be MS Excel application, MS Office button is there where you found your file, new, open, save and all. There itself this button also is available. Okay, which is in the lower right corner of the Office button. We can also close MS Excel by clicking on the close button. This button is there in the title bar. Okay, there in the title bar, the top right corner. Okay, which is found at the top right corner of the worksheet. If the currently working worksheet is not saved with the newly made changes, then the confirmation dialog box appears. Okay, dialog boxes appear to save the worksheet before exiting MS Excel. Means if you have not saved and you are exiting, then the dialog box will appear, will ask you to save the Excel and leave the area. Okay, the keyboard shortcut to exiting MS Excel 2007 is Alt F4. Simultaneously pressing Alt and F4 will exit the Excel sheet. Okay, Now I think we have come to the end of this part. With this slide, our session ends. Okay. uh, you have to watch this video again and again. Only then the things will come and sit in your mind. Okay, so again and again do watch it. If you have a system at home or laptop in your home, please practically do it and see. That will also increase your knowledge. Okay. Okay kids, now that's all for the class. We will meet in next class. Bye.